and we see more of it. The news that blew me away was that Konami and Activision have teamed up to bring the X-Men arcade game to Xbox Live and PlayStation Network. Because just last week, when Jim Pelgrinelli was here, we were looking for shit to play together on Xbox Live, right? Laura's not going to play it with me. She's long since gotten over the fact that she's dating me. So we ended up playing Gauntlet, but I was like, dude, what are some great co-op arcade games? We talked Ninja Turtles. Right. Yeah. Gauntlet, we ended up playing Double Dragon. In the arcade, like, what were the quarter plunkers, Frank? Like, what were the games like with your friends? Turtles in Time, the original Turtles. Both those games were solid. Yeah. Do you remember the Avengers game?
No.
You could play Hawkeye, Captain America. There was a level where you're flying as a Vision.
Yeah.
And you remember, it was a fucking great scene.
I love the deaths in the way Captain America would always, and it's what reminds me of the game is that I can't move!
And you're horrified into putting more quarters into this. You're like, oh my god, Captain America's dying unless I put quarters in this machine. Right? You're like, no! Remember the RoboCop arcade game?
Yeah.
RoboCop arcade game was the
comes
shit.
Out and, it shoots up.
And then remember the original NES game where it was of Total Recall, where you had to fight the midget who looked a lot like Gilmore in an alleyway, and
I never played Total Recall.
You show me the person who got past that midget in the alleyway, the Gilmore in the alleyway on that Total Recall game on the NES. And of course it's retarded looking, you don't know what's going on, because it's the NES and everything already looks like a Downy. So that's just, hey man, that's just the way our childhood worked. Right? That's why at 31 I'm still hateful, because I ended up hating them for taking my time.
Because they were henchmen.
They were henchmen. It's like I grew up thinking that people with deficiencies were henchmen in NES games, because that's what they look like. This is terrible. Welcome to Geekscape.
Midgets with deficiencies are all E.T.'s cousins.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I hate this game, and I hate the people who are in it, who are also in society. Yeah, welcome to Bigotryscape. The X-Men arcade game, I remember at Penn there was like a student lounge, and since I wasn't invited to any of the parties with any of the kids, I would end up with my Saturday Friday nights in the student lounge. Right? You had that in the UCLA?
No.
Don't fucking lie to me.
Okay. I was very popular.
You're very popular. Right. What the? Yeah, right. Okay, midget tossing. They just invite you over. All right. So we would end up in this like student lounge. In grad school, we'd play Gauntlet Legends. In undergrad, we'd plunk quarters into the X-Men arcade game. It's a 6-player, side-scroller like Turtles, like Double Dragon, but I would always call it fucking Colossus. Remember that fucking sound? They kept that fucking sound effect for Marvel vs. Capcom.
Oh, shit.
But the sound effect comes from the arcade version. You fucking do that. Hell yes,
keep
man.
Doing that. That's not annoying.
Hell yes. The audio listeners love that shit. So I got to tell you, when this finally comes out, and I was so excited to see that this is coming out on Xbox Live PSN, we're all playing, right? All you guys, us, you on Xbox?
Yeah, Xbox Live.
What's your gamer tag?
I think it's Frankie the Fat Kid.
Frankie the Fat Kid. I'm Geekscape.net spelled out. Gilmore is... Dr. Brian Gilmore, fucking something that'll never happen in real life. I think he was lucky to get the undergrad.
He's got a PhD. He's a player.
Yeah, he's got the PhD. Player hating.